My stepson called me dad in front of his friends. I married Kelly 4 years ago. Her son Jake was 8 back then. His real dad left when he was 3 and barely calls anymore. Maybe once every few months if Jake's lucky. I never tried to replace the guy. I figured Jake would come around when he was ready, but he always just called me by my name. Ryan. Just Ryan. Never Dad. It bothered me more than I wanted to admit. I'd hear other kids at soccer practice yell, "Dad, did you see that?" And I'd look up automatically. Then remember Jake would never call me that. He'd just wave and yell Ryan across the field. I'd wave back and pretend it didn't sting. Last Saturday, Jake asked if I could take him and his friends to Six Flags. School was out, and they'd been planning this trip for weeks. I said yes immediately. I always said yes when Jake asked me to do stuff with him. Kelly jokes that I'm too easy on him, but I don't care. Anytime he wants me around, feels like a win. The morning of the trip, I pulled up to his friend Mason's house first. Mason jumped in the back seat talking about roller coasters. Then we got Owen, who brought a backpack full of snacks his mom packed. Jake sat in the front seat messing with the radio the whole time, playing terrible music I pretended to hate but secretly didn't mind. Then we pulled up to the last house. A kid I'd never seen before came running out. He had braces and was wearing a band shirt that was way too big for him. Jake turned to me and said, "This is Connor. He just moved here last month." Connor opened the door and threw his backpack in. He looked at me and said, "Who's this?" Jake didn't even hesitate. "This is my dad." I froze. My hands were still on the steering wheel. I looked at Jake, and he was staring straight ahead, acting like he hadn't just said the most important thing he'd ever said to me. I couldn't stop smiling. My face hurt from smiling. I tried to play it cool, but I'm sure I looked like an idiot. Jake glanced over at me and saw my face. He rolled his eyes, but he was smiling too. "Don't be weird about it," he muttered. "I'm not being weird," I said, still grinning like crazy. "You're definitely being weird," Owen said from the back. The whole car ride to Six Flags, I couldn't stop replaying it in my head. My